I'm making tiramisu today. I have never made it before, but I was inspired because I received these Javi coffee concentrates. They smell so wonderful. You can take them wherever you go. They're all natural. So I'm gonna use them to make tiramisu. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to beat it until it's a little frothy. Then I'm gonna slowly add in a 1/3 cup of white sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla until peaks form. And then I'm gonna put in my 8 ounces of, let me get this right, mascarpone cheese. So first we're gonna start by beating the heavy whipping cream. So I've never made tiramisu before, like I told you guys. And it takes lady fingers. I looked all over town for lady fingers. I looked everywhere, and you know where I found them? I found them in the cracker aisle at our local grocery store. I went to Walmart, Meijer's, everywhere, and I found them at a local grocery store by the crackers. So here's what they look like. It calls for a package of them. So I'm super excited to try this recipe. I really like coffee, Haley really likes coffee, Brendan really likes coffee. My husband does too. Some of my kids don't like coffee flavor, but I'm gonna try this out. So now I'm just gonna beat this heavy whipping cream here just for a second. I'm gonna turn on high a little bit. I'm just gonna do it till it's a little frothy. All right, and now I'm gonna slowly add in my 1/3 cup of sugar. And you're gonna wanna beat this on high so it can form the peaks. I make macarons a lot, so I'm used to making, like doing the peaks where you fold in the different flavorings and stuff, using the almond flour, so I'm kind of used to doing this. Over lockdown, I had actually, before the lockdown, I went to see my sister-in-law in South Dakota, and they have this restaurant that serves macarons, and they are absolutely amazing. Now I'm gonna add my teaspoon of vanilla. It was absolutely amazing, and so I came home, and when it locked down, that was my mission, to make the perfect macaron. So I have everything for it, and I actually figured it out. All right, now I'm gonna mix this on high till peaks are formed. All right, it's gonna take a little bit, so I'll get back on once the peaks have formed. All right, so I'm really close to getting the peaks. All right, so I just want to show you the peaks. So you know it's done when you put the mixer in and it stands up. Okay, so that's done. All right, now that's mixed up, I'm gonna add my 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. I actually thought it was a fondant, and I looked everywhere, like in the cake decorating, the cake icings, and I finally asked somebody, and it's actually with the specialty cheeses, but you have to make sure it's at room temperature. So the lady fingers are in the cracker aisle, and the mascarpone cheese is in the specialty cheeses. And it says that you can substitute cream cheese if you don't find it, but then it makes a note and it says that it really isn't a substitution, that true tiramisu has the mascarpone cheese, so that's what we're gonna use. All right, so here it is. There you go. Now I'm gonna add it into this. All right. And then we're just gonna fold it in. All right, I'm gonna fold it in here. Okay, I'm stirring it up. Mascarpone cheese, it really doesn't have a taste. It's just kind of bland. So I'm gonna mix this in, then I'm gonna set this aside. All right, here we go. All right, I got that mixed up pretty good. I'm gonna set that aside. And now I have my coffee. It's the Javi coffee. So it's a concentrate. So I think I end up doing like 3 tablespoons for like 1.5 cups because it wants you to have like a really dark espresso liquid. So I used 3 tablespoons with 1.5 cups of water and it worked out great. So I have my concentrated coffee and you want a pan that's 8 by 8 and you're gonna layer it. So here is what the lady fingers look like. They're just kind of airy with sugar on top. So you're gonna dip it in the coffee concentrate, but you're not gonna let it soak. You're just gonna dip it really fast and then you're gonna layer the bottom of the pan. So I'm gonna put the pan over here so you guys can see. There we go. Just gonna layer the bottom. All right, so we're just gonna layer the bottom. I'm just rolling them in it so it kind of soak up some of the coffee. But I can see where they will get really soft on you really fast. It smells good though. It looks like I'm gonna have to trim up a couple of them. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they get really soggy really fast. Let me squeeze another one in the bottom here. Perfect. All right, so we got that layer on there. Now we're gonna do a layer of the mascarpone mixture. All right, so now I'm gonna take half of my mixture and I'm gonna spread it over the lady fingers. Got a little bit there. All right, spread it over the top. All right, there we go. That looks good. All right. I got a couple little chunks here. Just trying to make it level. Now we're gonna put another layer of the lady fingers that are dipped in the espresso on top of this. So I already cut 3 of these because 3 of them were kind of short. So you're gonna dip them in, roll them, layer them. I'm really excited about this Javi coffee because we do a lot of traveling and sometimes the coffee at the hotels, they're just not too good. So this is nice. It just says add like 1 to 2 teaspoons for a cup of coffee. And it really is pretty good. Okay, see how they're soaking up the coffee there. All right. Okay, I'll bring out another one here. And so it looks like it's about 1 sleeve plus like maybe 4. Yeah, this looks good. All right, then I got my little halvesies here. There we go. All right, so now we got our second layer on. There we go. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And now I'm gonna put the rest of the mixture on top of this. All right. Like I said, I've never made this before, so hopefully it turns out well. This top layer is going on a little better than the middle layer did. All right, put that on. I want to use up every bit of this, so there we go. Just make it nice and smooth, making sure to get the corners. All right, there we go. All right, so we got it layered. That looks good. Just make sure it's even too. There we go. Okay, we got that. All right, that looks good. So to top it off, you're gonna dust it with cocoa powder. So I just have like a hand strainer. I'm gonna just put it in here and then I'm just gonna shake it over the top. You wanna cover the whole top with it. You might get it on the counter, that's okay. Okay, get a little bit more in here. Just wanna cover the whole top. All right, that looks good. All right, so I got the whole top covered. Let's just clean it up a little bit. All right, so here's what it looks like. So now you're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours so it can set. All right, now I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours and then bring it out and we'll cut it up. Okay, so I got it out of the fridge and now I'm gonna cut it and see how it turned out. All right, here we go. Nice. Look, it worked. Okay, I'm gonna try it for you guys. Here we go. That's actually pretty tasty. It turned out great, you guys. Super yummy. And it's not too coffee. It's good. It's good.